What's up, online teachers? Jason Kennedy. Post a video every single no-show. They're always heartfelt, humorous, hopefully helpful. And today I want to do a quick video on the things that you should and the things that you should not say when you're interviewing to work for an online teaching company. I call these the do's and don'ts of things to do when you're interviewing or trying to get hired, really on any platform for that matter. First is this. I'll start with the don'ts. I don't know why, they just usually works better that way. First is, don't say you don't have experience teaching unless you have no experience teaching ever. Okay? Please don't sell yourself short. Have you done a kids camp? Have you done a Sunday school lesson? Have you homeschooled? Have you mentored a youth with big brother, big sister? Have you tutored a kid? Have you helped your kids or family members do their homework? Please don't sell yourself short and say, yeah, I've never really taught kids. What you're saying is, I don't have a teacher certification. I've never taught in a formal classroom setting, but not that you don't have any experience teaching. Most of us out there have some experience teaching in some context. So please, please, please don't say, no, I've never taught before, ever. That sells yourself so short. You could have taught in many different contexts, and make sure you put those on your application and make sure you say those during your interviews. The next one is don't say that you're able to legally work in a certain country if you can't. They will find out. So don't say, yeah, I can legally work in the United States, or I can legally work in the UK, or I can legally work in Canada. Please don't put that on there. It is going to come back and bite you. I have a lot of friends who've done that. It does not work well for you. Also, don't say English is your first language if it's not your first language. Just be honest. Just say, yeah, actually, English is my second language. I've just been speaking it for 20 years, or whatever it is. But don't try and be somebody that you're not. Also, don't say that you've taught ESL online if you haven't. They will be able to tell really quickly that you haven't. There's a unique set of skills for teaching English online that you develop over time through experience that you just can't even learn in a classroom, to be honest with you. So the interviewer will know. They'll know really quickly when you do something like, I don't think this person is taught online. So don't do that. Also, don't worry about the intimidation of the interview, the video interview. Usually it's other teachers that have been teaching online for a long time that are of your same nationality, and they enjoy their job and they want you to succeed too. So don't be scared of your interview. Go into it thinking, hey, look, this is somebody else who's doing the profession I want to do. I want to learn from them, and they're here to help me get hired, hopefully. So I wouldn't be super intimidated about it. Okay, now for the do's. Do make sure to look nice and treat your interview like an actual interview. Okay, it's so easy when you get behind a computer screen to sort of go a lot less formal and be like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of look kind of sloppy and I'm gonna kind of do my own thing. No, this is a job interview that you should show up for, and if you would usually wear a tie, wear a tie, and if you would usually dress nice, dress nice. Whatever it is that you would normally do for a job interview, do that. Okay, the second one is do ask questions. The people that interview you usually have a wealth of knowledge about the company that they worked for. They've been working for it for a long time. Ask them as many questions as they're willing to answer or take time for. Ask them questions about teaching online. Ask them questions about the company. Use them as a resource. Like I said, they're usually teachers, and they usually do work for the online company, but they also are probably an independent contractor. And so access their information as best you know how. Okay. Do practice. Yes, practice for your interview. If you are doing a demo in front of a live teacher, make sure that is not the first time you're doing it. I applied for one company and I didn't do anything. I didn't watch any videos. I didn't do any demo practice. I didn't do any demo prep. And you know what happened? I didn't get the job. It was terrible. I didn't know what to do. Please, please, please practice. If you practice your demo, chances are you'll do a whole lot better than if you don't. Okay, and the last thing is do make sure, and I mentioned this at the beginning, but do make sure to share about your teaching experience. Make sure you tell them all the things that you've done, because oftentimes that interview will be crucial in setting your base pay. And your base pay really is the most determinative factor of how much money you're going to make with any platform. Doesn't matter, little bonuses here and there, dollar here, dollar there is great, but really your base pay sets where you're starting from. So make sure you have a good interview. Make sure they know how qualified you are. Make sure you practice and you absolutely slay your demo. If you do those things, you'll get hired. All right, thanks, that's all I got.